Welcome to Euroleague basketball on ESPN. It is week 4 of the regular season and a Group C matchup today. Ceramica playing host to Ceramica Roma. Mark Brown along with Hall of Famer Gail Goodrich with you once again. And a matchup that we anticipate to be a very good one. But of course, Tau clearly has looked, Gail, to be the best team in this group, and they're almost unbeatable at home.
Well, they are. They're 41-1 going back to 2005, but we saw last week they just dominated their game and really are the favorites in this group.
Now, Ceramica Roma has made some serious changes since last year, as is the case with most of these EuroLeague teams. Tau, though, brought back most of their core guys from a year ago, but Ceramica Roma has brought in some new players and some serious talent as well.
Yes, they have, and one is the center position. Primo Brezic is one player. I'm looking forward also to seeing Brandon Jennings, the great player out of high school from the USA, and then they also brought in Baserovic, who is a great offensive player, and of course, if Ceramica is going to be successful today, they've got to get a lot of good offensive balance from a number of their players.
Well, we'll see if they can do that. Baserovic will come off the bench, as he did a lot for Panathinaikos over the last couple of seasons. Baserovic playing a role, but a guy with a great offensive game. We'll see if he is able to step up and be one of the real top scorers throughout the season for Roma in this one. Roma, the visitors, wearing their predominantly white uniforms today, and the dark blue and red trim of Tau as the home team. Jumping it up will be Will McDonald and Primo Brezic. And it is finally controlled by Ibi Jabber, the point guard for Roma.
Well, he will run the point, and a good playmaker. Went to college at the University of Pennsylvania, but he is a nice feeder and playmaker.
Inside for Brezic, who lays it in to open the scoring.
Well, they're off to a good start. Easy dunk there by Brezic on the switch out. Left all alone underneath.
A little bit of pressure in the backcourt applied by a pretty quick backcourt of Roma. Down low, Will McDonald is able to slam it home.
And nice feed in, and of course McDonald gets away from the defender, goes right to the basket for a dunk. It will be interesting to see if Tau, how they get out of the starting block here. They did not play this last weekend in the Spanish League, so they haven't played since last week, and I don't think that's a good sign ever to go a week without playing a ball game once the season begins.
Jabber missing on the jumper, now controls it out front once again. Shakur guarding him. On top, De La Fuente.
Boy, what a nice looking shot that time. He set his feet squared up and just drilled it.
(5-2) Roma in the lead, 1.5 minutes in. There, the drive by Santa Material falls away. Alan Ray brings it up for Ceramica Roma. Off the hesitation dribble, gets it inside and dumps it off for Brezic for his second easy hoop of the game.
Yeah, he really was left wide open right under the basket. The center picking up the driver, Ray, and just left all alone. No one filling in on the rotation on the weak side.
Quick 5-point lead for the visitors. Mustafa Shakur misses on the pull-up. Up high for the rebound, Ray was able to save it back inbound. So Ceramica Roma looking to establish some big lead here in the early going.
Good pressure defense there. I like that.
Rodrigo De La Fuente behind the Brezic screen, gives up the dribble. Now he needs a friend. Gets it to the top. Brezic cannot hit as the shot clock expires. And now Tau will come back looking for their second hoop of the game. 2.5 minutes in. Stanko Barak the miss, but dunked back home on a great play by McDonald.
Well, McDonald did a nice job getting good offensive position. We'll take another look at it. He's inside, clearly inside. No one there around the basket, but McDonald, an easy putback.
He just pushed aside Angelo Gili, who could not keep him out of there. That foul on Tau, and Mustafa Shakur his first. Here's Ibi Jabber bringing it across. Pressured by Shakur. 3-point lead for Automatica Roma. Looking to add to it. Alan Ray swings it across to the far side. Dropping it down. De La Fuente was trapped, found Brezic, and it was poked away. Still 8 seconds left on the shot clock.
Tau doing a nice job with their pressure and defense right here. He gets double time, two-team error.
Andre Hudson just into the game, and a foul underneath in the battle, and it'll go against Rodrigo De La Fuente of Automatica Roma.
Good defensive sequence that time by Tau, forcing the fall-away jumper by Hudson. Not a good high percentage shot. He's falling away, hands up in the eye, good pressure. Don't see too much underneath.
Here's Will McDonald facing up on Hudson. Good matchup. Power forwards down there. McDonald misses off the window, and Alan Ray has his second rebound of the game. He'll bring it up himself. The former star in Villanova. Did play briefly in the NBA with the Celtics. Put back is good for Primo Brezic. He has 6 of the 9 Automatica Roma points.
He's off to a great start. A good offensive player. Played 7 years in the NBA, and a great summer pickup for Roma. He's strong under there. Can really score on the offensive end.
And Rakocevic, who's yet to make an impact in the game, is fouled by De La Fuente on a crossover. So 2 quick fouls on Rodrigo De La Fuente. Inbound on the side. And an offensive foul. Will McDonald with the illegal screen.
He's moving just a little bit that time. You got to wait for the offensive player to make his move. He got to stay still. We're going to see he comes up and he's moving. Oh my! He just lays a block that time on Jabber.
Coming in off the bench, number 21 for Tau is Thiago Splitter, replacing Stanko Barak.
Well, one thing that Tau does have, they got a lot of depth, and when you bring Splitter off the bench, all Euroleague performer last year, that's about as good as it gets. He averages 14.5 points a game, so he does play a lot of minutes. But the ability to bring him off the bench is a great asset for Tau.
Wide open on top. Brezic with the 3, stepping it out. What a first quarter for Primo Brezic. 9 of the 12 for Roma.
More or less known as a scorer down on the low block, but we can see the versatility and the ability to go outside and shoot the 3 when uncontested.
Rakocevic tried to dump it down for Splitter. It was broken up by Jabber. Still 9 on the shot clock for Tau.
Yeah, great hands that time by Jabber. Roma is just having a very good defensive sequences here. They're very tough on the defensive end.
Good defense there for Roma again. It was inbounded to Splitter, who was falling out of bounds. Tried to save it off of Brezic, but then it hit Splitter as he stood out of bounds. A lot going on there. In any event, Automatica Roma with a quick start and an 8-point lead. Here's Pablo Prigioni, who is probably one of the guys at Tau that benefited from that week off in the Spanish League, because he turned his ankle late in their matchup last week in our game against Alba Berlin. Apparently good enough to be back in the lineup for Dusko Ivanovic coming off the bench.
Yeah, he was a question mark coming into this game, but he's a tough competitor, a great playmaker, been all Euroleague a couple times, and he's just someone you want to have on the court.
Native of Argentina, been a star in Europe now for a number of years. Here's Brezic. Can he stay hot? Not there. Rebound taken away by Sana Materio. He's bringing it up himself, and he was bumped in transition. It'll go against Roma's Andre Hudson.
We'll take a look at. He leans in, has a clear path to the basket. Definitely a foul on Hudson. A nice call there by the official.
Here's Sergey Vidal coming in to the Tau lineup. Another of their dynamic players, shutdown defender, but can score in streaks. So he is out there.
Well, he sure can. He had 17 last week on 5 for 7 from downtown. That was his first EuroLeague game this year, but another great player to bring off the bench for Tau.
He's got very good size, and in this particular lineup may end up even running the point for Tau.
Well, he's a very versatile player and can put the ball on the floor as well as guard the big men.
Here's Splitter, hands to Prigioni. Prigioni on the floor will run the point at this point. Here is Splitter underneath and lays it in.
Yeah, and credit Prigioni. Really a nice bounce pass that time on the screen and roll. Good a cut to the basket by Splitter, and then using his left hand on the reverse.
Here's Jabber. He's got a mismatch size-wise and quickness on McDonald. Brezic again will launch from deep, around and out.
Boy, he's feeling it. At least he thinks he's feeling it.
Prigioni pulls it back out. Jabber to guard him. Splitter well out away from the basket. Gets plenty of room from Brezic. Little problem with a handle. Almost a turnover. Now Prigioni has it back. Shot clock did not reset. Prigioni will pick up the foul.
Yeah, great defense. Great hustle that time by Roma. And on the other hand, Tau not being very good at taking care of the basketball. Good reaching, good hands.
A kick violation.
The kick violation. Credit the defense. It's very aggressive. Tau really sort of out of sync here early in this ball game. And again, I think that's to be expected, having not played for a week. And yes, they had a chance to rest Prigioni, had a chance to rest Splitter a little bit because he's have some nagging injuries. Of course, Pete Michael is not playing for Tau, who's out another week or so with his injury.
Alan Ray, quick move along the baseline and lays it in.
Yeah, Alan, nice job, really taking the baseline and going all the way to the hoop with a little hesitation. Looked like he sort of turned an ankle a little bit on the way down that time.
Went down hard for sure. We'll keep an eye on him. Vidal gives to the baseline. McDonald airballs the jumper. And now Alan Ray will bring it up.
Roma doing a nice job of the set offense, running, getting into their plays.
Brezic, nice high-low, but a little too long for Hudson. Now they'll bring it back out. Only 3 on the shot clock. Alan Ray's got a launch. Tries to draw the foul, and does as the shot clock expires. A foul is drawn by Ray. Timeout on the floor. Just under 3 minutes to go in the first. Lotto Romo up. 8-point lead for Lottomatica Roma as they have gotten out to a very quick start, looking to get even bigger. I haven't had a double-digit lead yet, but Alan Ray is at the free throw line for Roma and a chance to push it to that double-digit mark. 3 points on the night for Alan Ray.
Well, Alan, of course, is a great shooter. Played his college ball at Villanova. Has not shot well here early in Euroleague, but he is a very good shooter. He's a nice player to have on your ball club because he can play both the 1 and the 2.
And he does have it up to the 10-point margin. 4 points in the game for Alan Ray. Leading scorer is Primo Brezic, who has got the 9 points at 9 of their first 12 in this ball game. Prigioni for Tau. Holding out high. 4 on the shot clock. They're nowhere near a shot here. Nearly from mid-court. And, of course, that had very little chance.
Again, I'm very impressed with the defense of Roma. Tau looks out of sync. They do not look like they're running their offense in the same manner that they did last week. But Roma's defense has a lot to do with it. And they really are picking up very tightly on the man-to-man. And that time, of course, caused a shot at the buzzer of the 24-second clock, and not a good one at all.
Well, Prigioni's stint off the bench was very quick. He is back down on the Tau bench, replaced by Mustafa Shakur. 10-point lead for Lottomatica Roma. Brezic, comfortable out there with the fake and gives it up. This is Jabber, short on the 3. And Vidal the rebound. He will bring it up himself. Goes behind the back and into the lane. Still going, and a shot blocked at the front of the rim. Looked like Hudson got it. And it will be Tau ball underneath.
Here we're going to take another look at nice
Jabber.
block there by Jabber on the weak side. Vidal forcing the ball forcing the play a little bit, taking a little bit too far.
And a foul on Alan Ray on Ceramica Roma. His first, fourth on the team. Not quite to the bonus. 2:05 to go in the first quarter. 8 minutes played, only 6 points for Tau. And that is saying something. They scored 106 last week in a 41-point win over Alba Berlin.
It is quite surprising because this is a team that really can put up the points, as you said, Mark. And then we see a nice little pick and roll by...
A great follow by McDonald, and he'll have a chance for a three-point play. It was a miss by Splitter, and the second offensive rebound putback for McDonald.
Yeah, McDonald has really had a very nice year, and you watch his play. We're going to take another look at their Splitter. Got the easy shot, misses it, but here comes McDonald. No one blocks him out. It goes high above the rim, takes it, and throws it down.
Santa Materio checks out of the lineup. Coming in now for the first time for Tau Ceramica is Robert Height. Height was just signed this week, so he's getting his first EuroLeague action.
Yeah, and he only signed a 1-month contract, and they did that, of course, because of the injury to Pete Michael. So it's interesting to see how he plays here in his first EuroLeague game.
It tells us we might not see Michael for another few weeks as well. There's an off week next week with EuroLeague action resuming 2 weeks from now. Alan Ray is fouled out front. It'll go against Height, his first. Fourth foul on Tau. So both teams will be shooting bonuses.
Take another look. There's the hold, the grab. Not a whole lot there. Officials keeping control of the game. And, of course, now into the game is number 11.
Brandon Jennings.
Brandon Jennings, and I'm anxious to see him. I saw film clips of him in high school, and he is some player, a super talent, and I think will be a lottery pick in the NBA when he decides to go over. Beautiful screen and roll, and a great look there by Jennings, and Brezic go into the basket on the screen and roll. No one, absolutely no one picks him up. And at 7-1, he just takes and dunks the ball. 11
points for Primo Brezic in the first quarter. Still almost a minute to play. Also in the backcourt for Roma is Sani Basirovic coming in for his first action. Scramble and going down to the floor. Primo Brezic ties up Thiago Splitter. So the two big men getting down to the floor. We'll jump it up.
Yeah, and this is a nice matchup. But again, you look at Roma, who really clogged up the middle that time. They sagged back on Splitter, because they know Splitter is going to go one-on-one, and they just clogged up the middle.
Here's Jacopo Giacchetti for his first action, coming in with 45 seconds to go in the first quarter, replacing Alan Ray for Roma. 7 on the shot clock for Tau. McDonald has it. Quickly down low for Splitter. Great position. Jump hook hits nothing. McDonald can't get it to go, but was fouled as the shot clock expired. It's the third offensive rebound of the first quarter for McDonald. He's converted the other 2 into 5 total points. He'll have a chance for 2 more here. Foul on Brezic, his first.
Well, McDonald's doing a great job on the boards. There's Thiago Splitter with a little jump hook way too far. But there again, Will McDonald, it's got great offensive position and just doing a very, very nice job on the offensive boards. And, you know, we saw McDonald last year. Now you watch the improvement. He is much more active. He looks like he lost a little bit of weight, and he really is a factor now in that post area there for Tau.
Nearly had another offensive rebound as he missed his both of his free throws. Mustafa Shakur coming up grimacing after trying to track that down out of bounds. So 35.8 seconds left. Ceramica Roma with a 9-point lead and the basketball. They've controlled it from the outset. This game was briefly tied at 2-2, and Roma's led by as many as 10. Hudson down low, working against the bigger Splitter. Beautiful turnaround and drops it home.
Well, Hudson's got a little bit of quickness there on Splitter, and they're doing a nice job. Very experienced player. Played his college ball at Michigan State University. Very good post player, rugged defensive player, rebounder. But obviously he can still score, as we just saw.
This is McDonald from out front. Drills a 3 with 2 seconds to go. in the quarter to cut the lead down to 8 points. But Latomatica Roma has dominated the first quarter as we head for the second. It's a 20-12 lead. Roma over Tau.
Only two guys.
Go. Ready to start quarter number 2. Mark Brown along with Gail Goodrich. Tau Ceramica trailing at home to Latomatica Roma by a score of 20-12. Roma with the basketball. This is Brandon Jennings, straight from high school to Europe. High school in the United States to Europe, and may have signaled the start of a trend for some high school athletes.
Well, I tell you, he is really super talented and chose not to go to college. And like I said, I think he will be a lottery pick in the NBA next year. This kid is very, very quick. He's got great jumping ability. He can play the point and is a good passer as well as a scorer.
We have a foul on Latomatica Roma. Looks like they'll get Sani Basirovic. No, to go on Primo Brezic. It's his second.
You know, you look at the first quarter stats, and McDonald's got 10 and Splitter 2. They got 12 points. Only 2 players scored, and that's really interesting because this is a team that has a lot of balance, a lot of depth, a lot of scores, and that fellow right there, Vidal, he can score. But what was really surprising to me is Rakosevic has not scored.
Not scored at all. In fact, they don't believe he's taken a shot.
And he is the EuroLeague scoring leader right now.
He is. A walking violation will go against Mustafa Shakur, so the problem for Tau continue here to start the second quarter. And man, we haven't seen yet for Tau is Mirza Teletovic, the very talented and versatile big man who often comes off the bench, but still have not seen him yet, and we are in the second quarter.
Yeah, I mean, he scores 12 points a game, 6 rebounds.
Finally.
Here he's finally coming in. Getting back to Rakosevic, though, he averages 21 points a game. Shoots 58% from the floor. And, you know, if you're Tau, you got to get somebody who could put the ball in the basket like him. You got to get him some shots. You got to run some things for him. He hasn't taken a shot yet.
Roma with the 8-point lead. Here's Basirovic. Comfortable shot, just gets to the elbow and pulls up his first basket.
Yeah, nice pull up that time by Basirovic, and he's another player who can score. You can't leave him open, but he had a nice look that time.
Vidal, the drive won't go. 4th offensive rebound of the first half for Will McDonald. Backing his way in. Fadeaway won't go. High for the rebound was Shakur. He tipped it. Actually, it was Height. He tipped it to Teletovic. Now here's Height. Teletovic in the corner. Trying to get down to the block, and he draws the foul on Angelo Gili for Roma. His first, second on the team.
Tau continues to do a nice job on the offensive boards, and they've now got a couple of extra possessions. But here we see Teletovic backing in, trying to get position.
Full shot clock now for Tau. And here's McDonald. Hands it right back in and screens for Vidal. Two-man game at this point.
Yeah, nice pressure. Good defensive pressure by Roma.
Another turnaround for McDonald. This time he gets it to go. He has 12 points. He's the leading scorer in the game.
He's doing an outstanding job. And if you're Tau, you say thank God, because there's not much else going on except McDonald out there right now.
Here's Basirovic. And he palmed the basketball. Basirovic with a hoop and a turnover since he's come. It's just a second on Latomatica Roma.
And Tau has 4 turnovers. De La Fuente back into the ball game.
8-point lead for Roma. And it is Vidal running the point at the moment. Now it's Rakosevic, and he throws it away. But then you got Rakosevic operating 40 feet away from the basket, trying to initiate the offense. That's not what you were talking about, Gail.
No, not at all. And, you sort of wonder what's going on out there. They really are out of sync. This is not the same team that we saw last week play.
Basirovic misses on the drive. Tau quickly back. Height Goes cross court, but stolen by Basirovic, who is hustling back in transition.
And another turnover for Tau. That's turnover number 6, and we're only halfway through the second quarter.
De La Fuente operating down low, pushes the lead back to 10.
They got great position coming from flashing from the weak side into the paint area. Nice look in by Basirovic. Get the ball in that low. There's not a lot you can do about it.
There's Rakocevic splitting the defense and lays it in for his first basket.
And that was one of the defensive breakdowns, only one of the few that we've seen now this evening from Roma.
Nearly stolen. Hudson takes it in, gives it to Jennings. Jennings, 3 men around him. Gives it back to Hudson on the block. Going for that left-hand move inside, won't go. Rebound, Gili. Jennings left alone for 3, and he buries it.
Well, he's got a nice-looking shot from the left with the left hand. But, I'm impressed with the poise of this young man. He's only, 18, 19 years old. And he looks very poised, very polished out there, not intimidated at all by the older players and the more experienced players.
Will McDonald goes to the bench for his first rest for Tau today. There's the 2-point shooting numbers, with Lotomatica Roma getting the advantage. 27-16, the score now. Matches the largest lead of the game. Here's Basirovic in transition, just walks by Vidal.
Well, Basirovic, really a nice offensive player. First of all, he makes a great defensive steal and then goes the length of the court with a crossover dribble right to the basket.
Roma continuing to dominate Tau on the road. 38-29, the lead for Lotomatica Roma, looking to pull a rare upset road victory in Vitoria. Off the steal, unable to come up with the hoop was Tau to try to keep their rhythm going, and giving up a foul on the other end. Dusko Ivanovic wants to know, why wasn't there a foul back the other way?
Yeah, he's really upset. A great defensive player. Tau came out of that timeout, putting defensive full court pressure on, stole the ball. Had an opportunity to go up here now and score. There's a foul right there, no question. He should be upset. There's a lot of body contact there. Nothing on the arm, but underneath of the body. And he's got a real good point. And, of course, he's going to lose his argument. But in my opinion, that was definitely a foul.
So he has said his piece to no avail as Roma has the basketball into the hands of Jabber. A 9-point lead. It's been high as 14 on a couple of occasions. Alan Ray back in the game and lets fly from 3. First 3-pointer of the game, 5th on the season, and
a foul. And that's what Allen does best, coming off that screen and the ability to stop and pull up and hit that jumper. Did a nice job there.
Foul on Teletovic, his first foul, of 4th on Tau with just under 2.5 to go in the second quarter. Here's Alan Ray at the free throw line looking to complete a 4-point play, and he does just that. And we're back to a 13-point margin for Lotomatica Roma. Prigioni bouncing it across. Sergi Vidal off the Teletovic screen. Nice high-low splitter to Teletovic. He lays it in, but overall that was pretty well defended.
Yeah, very well defended, but the execution on the offensive end was just a little bit better, and it was a nice offensive play. Again, splitter working very well with Teletovic and a high-low.
Yeah, great big-to-big passing for Tau there. Gili will try the 3. In the battle for the rebound, a foul on Lotomatica Roma. Looks like this will go against Ibi Jabber.
Jabber at only 6'2", but in there amongst the trees, picks up the foul. Tau doing a pretty good job on their defensive boards here. We'll see it there. He's coming in. You let that go, I think. There's a lot of little stuff going on out there that you might want to call before that. But
in the penalty now is Roma, so bonus being shot by Tau as a splitter misses the free throw, but on the season Splitter has been a very good free throw shooter. He was 7 of 8 coming in, and his problems at the line well documented in his career. Really more like a 50% shooter for his career. Gets 1 of 2 on that trip. Double digits in the game for Splitter.
Yeah, that's one area that he's really worked on and improved his free throw shooting this year. Towel now trying to pick up their defense. They were going to double here at the... It looked like they were going to double.
Almost made the trap. Ray was able to escape it. Now only 7 on the shot clock to do something. And Basirovic doesn't need anywhere near that much time. Buries a 3, 10 off the bench for Basirovic. Back to a 13-point game. Height misses on the 3. Basirovic the rebound. Here's the three-point shooting numbers. Roma 6 of 10, and a foul out front. Vidal gesticulating fairly wildly right up to the official. That would certainly be in the danger of a technical foul. For now, just his second personal.
Yeah, I don't know what he's really arguing too much about. He did bump him, and you know, if you're out there dribbling the basketball or starting to penetrate, come off a pick, you really can't bump that offensive player. They're going to call that.
And Basirovic continues to do damage now from the free throw line. 11 points, 1:08 to go in the first half, as we see Roberto Gabini, number 22 in white for Automatica Roma, check in for his first action.
Yeah, Basirovic has really been a factor, of course, in this ball game, coming off the bench and now put up 12 points and pretty much been able to do offensively anything he's wanted to do. And then on the other end, you look at Rakosovic, who has not really done anything in this ball game tonight.
Alan Ray picks up his second foul. Dusko Ivanovic seeing things really slipping away here in the first half. The deficit 15, largest of the game.
Yeah, we're going to see here the foul by Ray. Contact.
1 minute even to go in the first half. There's Rakosovic, who you just mentioned, looking a bit glum. He's just got the one basket. It was on a driving layup. Has not gotten free for those patented mid-range and long-range jumpers.
The other thing is the Tau has not been able to get anything on the break, and that's where Rakosovic has many times has been able to get the wide open jump shot either on the break or the early offense, and Tau has not been able to do that tonight because Roma has really done an outstanding job of getting back on defense.
Here the drive and the kick. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Alan Ray challenging. That won't go. Knocked away by Splitter. It will be Automatica Roma ball, as Ray saying, hey, I was fouled.
Boy, the officials are really letting it go out there, the contact, particularly on the driver.
Doing battle on Sunday Night Football. Now back to Euroleague basketball action. Vitoria, Spain, the home of Tau. Ceramica, who finds himself down double digits throughout much of this game, but a Automatica Roma foul on Roberto Gabini, his first.
Yeah, Gabini moving on the screen that time as Basirovic trying to come off the pick, working well without the basketball, but Gabini moving on the screen.
Coming up on the final half minute to go in the first half, and another Automatica foul. This one goes against Angelo Gili. His third. And it will put Thiago Splitter at the free throw line. "23-year-old, originally from Brazil, drafted in 2007 with a late first-round pick by the Spurs. Has yet to get there.
You know, I don't know if he will. I think he signed a long-term contract also with Tau, so he enjoys playing here, and I think he's going to stay there.
Robert Height, the rebound, and he looked like it was going to go in anyway, but Teletovic made sure of it and will get credit for the hoop.
Boy, great leaping ability that time by Height. The ball's up there, and here comes...
Stole one.
Yeah, he sure did. That ball was going in. I think you're right.
That was definitely going in. Teletovic now with 8 points. Opportunistic, just making sure. And a foul against Tau, and the initial signal is before the shot with 7.5 seconds left. Prigioni's still pleading his case, but the official not taking anything personally there.
They got him for reaching in.
Bonus anyway, as Basirovic will shoot. With 7.5 seconds left, so the shot clock will be off when Tau brings it back the other way.
But Basirovic is having a great year. He's averaging 15 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists. He's got, what, 13 points, I think, for the game tonight. So he's already approaching his average.
And Basirovic playing a prominent role, scoring on this team. 2 seconds to go. Prigioni letting fly and banks it home for a 3. A little something for the home fans to take into halftime, but it's still a 10-point lead for Roma. Welcome back to Euroleague basketball on ESPN. Ready to start the third quarter. Mark Brown along with the Hall of Famer Gail Goodrich. Automatica Roma with a 10-point advantage over Tau Ceramica in Vitoria, Spain. The vaunted tough home court for Tau. But Tau played very poorly in the first half. See what they can do here to start the third quarter. They go right down low to Splitter to open the scoring.
Well, they went right to their bread and butter and Splitter down low. But give Roma credit in this first half because they did the first half because first of all they shot very well from 3-point range, 60%. They made more free throws, and then again Tau did not take care of the basketball. They had 8 turnovers.
8-point lead for Automatica Roma. It was as high as 15 late in the second quarter, so this is actually a good spot for Tau, although the 3 buried there by Alan Ray will stretch it back up to double digits.
Yeah, and credit Jennings that time for getting to the loose ball, using his quickness, and then quickly spotting Ray in the corner.
First open look for Rakocevic, and it comes in the third quarter. It's a 3. Give him 5 for the game. Just over a minute gone. Brezic down low, lays it in, will have a chance for 3. Alan Ray got into the defense and laid it off.
Yeah, but kid, you got to give credits to Jennings. He does a great quick crossover move going to his left hand and then spotting Brezic. I guess got the foul or made the basket, and he got fouled.
Second foul on Splitter, and Brezic continues his strong play here. He had a big first quarter with 11 points, didn't do much and didn't play much in the second quarter. Now has 13, can't complete the 3-point play.
So Roma comes out here at the start of the third quarter, dead again, doing a nice job. And there's the same play we saw in the first half with Prigioni to Splitter on that set play. It works again, another layup for Splitter.
Splitter's made 6 of his 8 shots from the field today. Had a couple of free throws, 14 points. Here's Jennings. Brezic. De La Fuente missing from the wing. Brezic trying to power it back up and in, and he does.
Boy, what a great offensive rebound that time by Brezic, using his strength and going right back up. But, boy, the aggressiveness on the boards, he was not to be denied.
Leading scorer in the game, Prigioni turns it over with a pass looking for Teletovic.
And those turnovers, they've hurt Tau today.
Andre Hudson working in a post. Foul before the shot. It's going to go on Thiago Splitter. It'll be his 3rd foul. We'll
take another look as Hudson working to that left hand, which he likes to do. Gets the bump, gets the call.
Here on the turnover, Rakocevic. Prigioni for 3. Long rebound bounces to Jennings, who'll bring it up. Player straight out of high school in the United States. Didn't go to college basketball or declare for the NBA draft. Instead, coming over to Europe.
Well, oh, what a tough shot.
Pull up three.
Oh, my. What a tough shot. You know, I like the confidence and the poise of this young man out there. He's really showing me something here. And really is what? His fourth Euroleague game?
Yeah. Pretty impressive. Splitter forces it inside for Rakocevic, who was fouled by Alan Ray, his third.
Well, good look that time by Splitter, but Rakocevic doing a nice job working without the basketball, flashing into the paint area from the weak side, and gets and draws the foul.
Thiago Splitter going to the bench for this team down a dozen. Prigioni misses the three from the corner. High for the rebound was Alan Ray. Ray gives it on top for Jennings. Jennings just 19 years old. Rakocevic out there trying to check him. 12-point lead for Automatica Roma. Now down to 8 on the shot clock. Jennings double teamed. Has the ball tipped away by Prigioni. Now just 3 seconds for Roma.
Tao done a nice job that time of doubling Jennings off the dribble, forcing the difficult pass, the good deflection out of bounds.
Quick shot for Ray, will not go. Sergei Vidal coming out of the pack with it, gives Prigioni. Prigioni nearly turned it over. Vidal saved him there. Still plenty on the shot clock, but Prigioni from almost out of bounds misses the three.
Boy, and that is not his shot.
It's 15 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, real quick. Definitely too early.
And that miss by Jennings rebounds over the top of the backboard, hits the shot clock, and will go over to Tao Ceramica. Dusko Ivanovic coming off his bench now, replacing Prigioni with Mustafa Shakur.
Well, both teams are looking to shoot the ball a little bit quicker now in this third quarter. The pace is picking up a little bit. But Jennings, I thought his shot also was a little bit earlier. Not a bad shot, but just a little early in the clock. And again, with not a lot, no passing, not a lot of movement from the offensive end.
Just over 4 minutes gone in the third. Rakocevic drives and draws the whistle. So 2 free throws coming for Igor Rakocevic, the Serbian Montenegrin, leading scorer in Euroleague action so far this year. De La Fuente picks up his third.
Well, he's been very quiet this evening. There's the drive, the nice drive, the strength, and he double clutches the ball, just doesn't get it to fall. And you think it's only a matter of time in this ball game before he really starts to put the ball in the basket. He's too good a shooter not to score. He's got a scorer's mentality. Tao looks for him to score. So you sort of feel that at some point in this ball game, he's going to break loose.
Rakocevic hits both free throws. No surprise. Perfect from the line on this Euroleague season. 13 for 13 and a 10-point deficit, though, for Tao.
High screen and roll.
De La Fuente handling out front. Now it's Hudson. Little step back jumper and a rebound to McDonald. Tao's trailed by as many as 15 in this game. That was late second quarter, but was down double digit throughout much of the ball game. McDonald trying to improve his position. Hits the hoop and the foul on Hudson. Chance for a three-point play for McDonald.
Well, McDonald recognizing a little bit the mismatch there. He's at 6'10", Hudson only about 6'8", and McDonald a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger. He bumps him. He bunks him again. Officials let the contact go, and then the little jump hook.
Automatica Roma now 3 players with 3 fouls. Gili, now Hudson, Rodrigo De La Fuente. Those are all frontline players, and Alan Ray in the backcourt with 3. We'll see if that plays a role as Tao now back within 7.
Well, Tao's done a nice job of getting the ball to the bigs in the paint area, putting a lot of pressure, and of course have been drawing the fouls.
This is as close as Tao has been since the first quarter. Breznik short on the long one.
Not a good shot that time by Breznik, falling away from about 18 feet out.
Rakocevic inside, and McDonald had it tipped away and stolen. Jennings the drive. No basket. The foul happening on the Jennings drive, so he'll go to the line for 2. The foul on Will McDonald on Tau. So Tau on the comeback trail at home against Automatica Roma. 10 minutes to go for Tau to avoid a rare home loss in Euroleague action. They're down 9 to visiting Automatica Roma. It is Roma basketball to start the fourth. Mark Brown along with Hall of Famer Gail Goodrich, as Roma's got the ball. Jabber back into the game and threw a poor pass for De La Fuente, but Roma will continue with the basketball here. Gabini lost it, but it was a foul. They reach in on Mustafa Shakur. Gabini getting some crunch time minutes here. We already have one foul out up front for Roma from Gili, and a number of guys with 3 fouls as well, including Hudson, who is on the floor.
Good pressure by Tau, trying to deny the ball.
Basirovic draws 2 defenders, tried to hand it inside. Good help, though, for Tau on the rotation. 6 on the shot clock for Automatica Roma. Jabber to inbound. Takes it back from Gabini. 2 on the shot clock. Poked away in a shot clock violation.
Great defensive sequence that time by Tau. Really pressuring the basketball. Good help from the weak side. That's the kind of stops that they're going to have in this fourth quarter to overcome this deficit.
Tau trail by 15 in the final minute of the second quarter. That's got it down as low as 6. Vidal misses from 3. Gabini the rebound.
Yeah, and there was not one pass. A lot of dribbling and then take the three-pointer.
Basirovic, nobody got to him in transition, but he missed the 3. Shakur, 1 on 3, and draws the foul on Basirovic. They're going to count it. Continuation called, a chance for 3.
Oh, yeah, they're going to give him the credit. Oh, boy. Delayed, a little bit delayed there, but take it right to the hoop on the break. Roma a little slow getting back in transition.
First foul on Basirovic. 3-point play is good for Shakur. They've got it back to that 6-point margin where they've got it a couple times in the third but have gotten no closer. Talking about Tau.
And you look at Tau's defense, you can tell they're playing aggressive now. They're up on the ball. They're causing a lot of havoc.
They caused the havoc there, but Hudson stripped away. A foul on Shakur. He thought he picked it clean, but he will be whistled.
Yeah, I thought he picked it clean as well. I mean, we're going to see the official who makes this call is got his. He's behind the defender. There's no way he can see this. There's the rebound. Now he goes up. Oh, that looks very, very good to me. I think the official, he anticipated the call, and he was a little bit out of position because the hands, and that was right on the ball. I know he slapped down, and generally when you slap down, you're going to get that call by the official, but that was real clean in my opinion.
Got to agree with you. 1 of 2 free throws good for Hudson. And a foul in the backcourt on E.B. Jabber.
Yeah, there's a reach by Jabber. Again, he probably got the ball because you look at the way the ball goes. He hit the ball, but officials are going to call that reach in every time. Reach in with the wrong hand.
7-point deficit facing Tau. Shakur gave up the dribble, and now Rakocevic comes over to bail him out. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. 10. And a foul by Gabini. That is a tough matchup for him on Rakocevic. He picks up his 3rd foul.
Yeah, and Rakocevic is so smart. He knew Gabini was really challenging him here, and he just picks that ball up. He was not going to get a good shot, but they were so close, and there was so much contact that he knew he was going to get the foul, and he goes to the line.
Now those great scorers, they know how to get to the free throw line. Rakocevic is one of those guys.
Yeah, he really is. He understands the game. He's got a lot of experience. And he's going to get three shots here.
Gail, he's also got that offset position at the free throw line. He doesn't line up in the middle. He lines up over to his left side as he shoots them.
Yeah, I never understood, and of course I didn't do that, but some players feel comfortable moving to one side or another a little bit, and it's really up to the individual shooter how he's comfortable. And obviously, he's such a great shooter. You do not change his style or his technique.
Hasn't missed from the free throw line in Euroleague action this year, as we have a whistle off the ball. Rakocevic making all 3 of those free throws, cutting it to 4, the closest they've been since the first quarter. 4th foul on Splitter.
Yeah, 4th foul, and he got a lot of time to play. Here he's trying to deny the ball, but he's got his left arm wrapped around the offensive player, and you just can't do that. The official's going to call that every time. Splitter needs to stay on the floor.
Under 8 minutes to go. Automatic Roma looking to stem the run from Tau. Turnaround jumper is Hudson. He hits it. That really hasn't been going for him today, but he's got 7 now.
Yeah, but they went right at Splitter that time. He's got 4. They went right to him by going into Hudson. Hudson then going one-on-one, trying to pick up that 5th foul on Splitter. But if not, then get a good high percentage shot, and it worked.
High-low this time. It doesn't work as Splitter tossed it too high for Teletovic.
Yeah, that's a tough pass, but they worked very well in the first half. But then this one didn't go as well, and this was a crucial time here. 7 minutes to go in the ball game, down 6.
Pablo Prigioni comes back in for Mustafa Shakur. A run the point for Tau. Prigioni's had a couple of beautiful passes, but has had some interesting shot selection.
Yeah, you watch him play out there, you get the feel he's not 100%, but he has so much experience and leadership that you want him on the court in crunch time, and that's where we are.
E.B. Jabber just takes it to the hole and dunks it home.
Yeah, and a defensive breakdown that time by Tau. No one, first of all, steps out, and that was Splitter on the screen, does not step out and force him to go wide, and then there's no weak side help at all.
Rakocevic draws another whistle, taking it past De La Fuente. That should be the 4th foul on De La Fuente.
Yeah, and Rakocevic really aggressive on the offensive end. They're playing up on him, trying to take away that outside shot. He recognizes that and then just be able to drive to the basket. Again, not a lot of contact there on the drive.
They'll rest Splitter for now with the 4 fouls. McDonald coming back in for Tau, and that's not a bad guy to bring back in. He got 16 points in the game. Rakocevic getting free off the inbound.
Boy, great offensive inbound play that time. Rakocevic got a very easy shot, actually too easy if you're looking at that from Roma's perspective.
Roma still with a 6-point advantage.
Go right down into Hudson.
Hudson, no basket, no shot, that is. The foul on the floor against McDonald, his 3rd, and the 4th on Tau. So no team yet in the bonus, but each team right on the brink of it.
Yeah, Roma's being very effective now going into Hudson on create a one-on-one post play.
De La Fuente takes it inside, can't finish, still battling for it. Rakocevic saved it into Teletovic. And now Rakocevic will bring it across. Height finds a wide open Prigioni. That's the kind of 3-pointer you're looking for, and the lead is cut to 3.
Tau did a great job in the early offense of getting the ball down the court and moving the basketball, the extra pass before Roma could get their defense set, and as a result you got a nice wide open 3, a 3 that you can knock down with no pressure.
And a foul on the floor, they say. The turnaround jumper for Hudson, no good. He'll have to hit 2 free throws.
And Roma is going right to Hudson on a one-on-one post play. That's a 3rd foul he's been able to pick up or really draw. We see here the nice screen, the bump by Teletovic. He's now time to shoot some free throws.
There is Andre Hudson. Gail, you talked about how he played for Michigan State on some great teams for Tom Izzo, was part of their 2000 national championship team.
Well, you know, he's a solid player. He's a blue-collar type player. He's very tough in and around that basket. That's his game. Doesn't do anything that he can't do, you know, in terms of stepping outside and really shooting the basketball. He's a very disciplined player and a guy that you really want to have on your basketball team.
Very experienced in Europe. He's played in Italy, Greece, Russia, Turkey. Last year in Turkey for Efes Pilsen. While in Greece was a two-time All-Star, and so that's certainly doing something. Here's Prigioni to Ledovic. No one near him, and the deep shooting big shows why he's earned that reputation.
And credit Tau for moving the basketball and then moving it to the weak side. The extra pass, a wide open three.
It's a two-point game. Gabini misses the three. A battle inside. It'll go against Tau on Will McDonald as he battled Hudson for position. Fourth on McDonald.
And those are two strong men there fighting for that position. Hudson got the inside position. He knew when that shot was going up. Does a nice job of getting inside. There he is. We see here he's inside. McDonald rides him out a little bit there with the body. The official calls the foul. Hudson goes to the line to shoot two.
Hudson gets the first. Dusko Ivanovic is seeing his team fight back from a 15-point deficit. 41-1 on this floor in Euroleague play is Tau. It's back to 2005, and that is very much in jeopardy tonight.
Yeah, well, they've struggled a little bit, but they haven't quit. They've come back in this ball game. They're within striking distance, only down 4.
And they've got that home court in their back pocket. They've certainly pulled out many games like this in that 42-game run over these last few years.
Well, we see Tau there going down low in the post position, trying to create a one-on-one situation. Good help defense by Roma, but not a lot of movement.
4:49 to go. A 4-point lead for Roma versus Tau. 4-point lead for Latomatica Roma on the road at Tau Ceramica. Mark Brown along with Gail Goodrich. A 15-point Roma lead. It's been shaved to 2 for a moment now. The three-pointer, good for height, just signed this week. Cuts it to 1.
Boy, that was some shot under pressure. Well contested by Roma, but he was able to knock it down.
Let's see how Roma responds here. Great defensive play by Tau as Height, who hit the 3, dove in to make the steal and was fouled.
Boy, and you sense that Tau is just really, they're making a run. They got the crowd into it. They're right there within 1. Height comes off the bench, knocks down a very difficult shot, and then makes a great defensive hustle play there. So they're right in this ball game.
Looking like a brilliant signing this week. Robert Height made a big impact on the last 2 trips down the floor. 1-point lead for Roma, a chance to take the lead for Tau. Rakocevic in trouble, gave it out to Prigioni. Plenty of time on the shot clock. To Ledovic, misses the deep 3, the rebound to Hudson.
Boy, that was another tough shot, a 3. Maybe you'd like to have that back if you're Tau a little bit. Try to get a little bit better shot there.
Under 4 minutes to go. Roma trying to hold on to that lead. Height gives up the foul on the floor, but already a bonus situation for Latomatica Roma. 2 free throws coming.
Yeah, and who goes to the line is Bacerovic, and Roma does a nice job of putting the ball in his hands here as we go down here the last 4 minutes of this ball game. They get the ball to their scorer, Bacerovic, who makes the play, driving to the hoop. There's Prigioni, really the leader on this ball club, talking to his teammates, trying to instill them a little bit more intensity as they make their run.
Bacerovic continues to put numbers on the board. 19 points. He's 7 of 7 from the free throw line.
Yeah, he's been terrific tonight.
Now with 20. Leading all scorers. Brezic has 18, his teammate. Brezic's getting it done down low. And Basirovic all over the floor. The two Slovenians leading the Italian side today in a big way, combining for 38 points. There is Rakocevic. 2 points is all he had in the first half. He now has 20 for the game, and Tau's back within 1.
Yeah, Tau did a nice job that time of setting up Rakocevic. Both teams go into their strength. Basirovic on the offensive end for Roma. Rakocevic for Tau.
Jabber, a good look at a 3. Rebound tip to Teletovic. Here comes Tau with another chance to take the lead. Height says no to the 3. Prigioni missed a good look.
Boy, a very good look, and that's a shot that you'd say okay, because there's movement. They're in the early offense. He missed the shot, but it was a good look.
Hudson down low pushes the lead back to 3.
Yeah, a nice screen and roll that time by Roma. Hudson breaking to the basket.
We'll take a timeout late in the 4th. Automatica Roma trying to hold off Tau. Welcome back to Euroleague basketball on ESPN. Tau Ceramica down by 3 points at home to visiting Automatica Roma. 2:45 to go. Tau with the basketball. They've been as close as 1 after trailing by 15. And now a foul on Tau away from the ball. It looks like they'll get McDonald, and they did on the illegal screen. It's his 5th, so he is done, and that's a huge blow for Tau.
Yeah, it really is. He's had a great ball game tonight. Leaves the floor scoring 16 points, 8 rebounds. We're going to see... I don't know, not a lot there. Roma player, he sells it, and it's unfortunate. McDonald, a key player here for Tau, has to go to the bench.
Out for the final 2.5 minutes. Hudson looks for the turnaround. Ball tipped around, and finally controlled by Height. Up ahead for Rakocevic. A blocking foul in transition on Sani Basirovic. Basirovic trying to be opportunistic there and draw the offensive.
Rakocevic will go to the line. We're going to see here, catches the ball. Nice call by the official. He was moving.
Not necessarily a bad idea, though, for Basirovic there. We see a lot of fouls given up in transition anyway. Here is Rakocevic.
Yeah, the only thing is Rakocevic is a great free throw shooter.
Hasn't missed in EuroLeague action so far this year.
And shows no signs of missing. He has a great release. Great balance. Concentration.
Got them both. Everything always looks exactly the same. And that is a huge key for a great free throw shooter like him. Vidal is back in for Height. Tau has gotten back to within a point for the 3rd time.
Full court pressure.
They have not had a lead today. Here's Jabber coming up on 2 minutes to go. Hudson. Jabber lays it in.
Boy, great interior passing that time. Back and forth. Working well, very unselfish play. Eventually they got the little layup.
Prigioni. Teletovic forcing his way inside and somehow puts it down to cut the lead to 1.
Boy, Mark, you say somehow. He really did get in there. I thought he'd travel. He'd get away with the travel. There's the 1. There's the 2. And then throws it up. A little contact. Officials let the contact go. He gets a 2, though.
Automatica Roma, 1 point lead, 1.5 minutes to go. Hudson back out for Basirovic. Has to fire. The shot clock was running out. A 4th opportunity to cut it, to actually take the lead.
They could go in right into splitter.
Quick ball movement. Rakocevic missed. 1 minute to go. Basirovic saying, all right, settle down. I'll take it from here. He has been fantastic today. 20 points on the night.
High screen and roll.
Hesitation move. Lost it. but it ended up in the hands of Hudson, who lays it in. Back to a three-point lead.
Hudson, very optimistic, opportunistic that time with the catching that loose ball on the floor.
Tau is down 3. Rakocevic doesn't take the 3, goes for the quick 2 to lay it in. 25 seconds left, a 1-point game. And a foul out at midcourt with 20 seconds left. Rakocevic gives it up.
Biserovic goes to the line. Tau wants the basketball back. Didn't want him to run the clock out, so send him to the line. If he makes it, Tau still gets the ball and an opportunity to tie.
And Biserovic remains stellar at the free throw line. Hasn't missed a shot from the free throw line today. Still hasn't.
Tau has an opportunity now with a 3 to tie the ball game.
We head into the middle of the regular season. 20 seconds left. A 3-point lead for Ceramica Roma. Tau with the basketball.
Yeah, look for Rakocevic coming off a screen or Telekovic. Those are your 3-point shooters.
Here's Rakocevic. Again, he will not go for the 3. Sends it out for Teletovic for 3. It won't go. Rebound Gabini, who is fouled with 5.7 left.
Boy, nice look. They got the ball who they wanted to, and that was Telekovic. Had a good look, in and out. And it looks like Roma, with only 5 seconds to go, is going to come here and pull off a great road win.
Splitter going to the bench after having now fouled out. Gabini will go to the free throw line with a chance to ice this thing. Really only needs 1. There's a big rebound there of a ball they needed to have.
He misses these.
And the officials saying, all right, we're done waiting for you, Roberto. Get up here and shoot these. And he's got the first for the 4-point lead.
Big free throw. Two possession game now with only 5.7 seconds to go.
And he's got them both. Vidal brings it up quickly. Prigioni the 3, and he's got it with 1 second left. It's a 2-point game. Quick foul given by Teletovic, so Biserovic will go to the line with 0.4 seconds left. So not quite done. However, all but done. Biserovic with 22 points in the game. The 4th foul on Teletovic, but no matter with 0.4 left. And the first miss of the game for Biserovic. 10 of 11 from the line to this point. We'll have a chance to push it to 3. And he gets the roll. It would take a miracle.
Yes, it would.
Think 72 Olympics kind of miracle. And that shot was after the buzzer anyway, and the unlikely has happened. Ceramica has lost at home in Vitoria for just the 2nd time in 43 Euroleague games. Ceramica Roma, an impressive victory, shaking things up in Group C a bit.
Well, what a great road win. They had a lot of great balance. They won the game at the foul line. Ceramica turned the ball over 12 times to 6. But what a great balance. 5 players in double digits for Roma. They go home with a 3-1 record, now tied with Tau in Group C.